massage. So we're going to come into our high diver the same way. So we keep our arms around the swing at all times, right? But then we come to prayer and then thread them in front. Yeah. And then we press forward. Yeah, you got it. Nice, Priya. So we lift our feet. So this is our little high diver. We're going to make sure they're kind of on the outside of the hip creases. You like her plug. There you go. Feels good, huh? It's really very therapeutic for the hips, especially when they get tight. Okay. And then we bend the elbows, bend the knees, and then we hang. So that little rotation that happens there is actually opening up all the fascia, all that stickiness in the hips. So now the underarms aren't complaining so much, right? The hips are like, ah. Okay, good. So we're going to come into our down dog from here. We haven't done any of the forward fold sequences yet. So feet come down. Keep your upper body where it is. See if you can land it. One arm at a time. Straighten, and then bring your fingertips to the floor, and then straighten and bring your fingertips to the floor. Good. So we're in a down dog, right? A little wide straddle down dog. Don't try to squeeze your legs together. Beautiful. But press your hips back a lot. So you're going to V-shape the body. Shake your head out. Just relax here for a breath. We're going to come into our floating leaf in a minute. But just notice this is like your favorite assistant, spiraling the energy around the legs and pulling up through the sit bones in your down dog, right? Some people do this against the wall with the ropes. This is very intimate pose. All right, so we're going to bend our elbows and we let our upper body hang. Just let your feet drift up. Don't let them float higher than the hips, but you can let your feet swagger from side to side now. There you go. So this gentle rocking motion, again, is going to open up all that connective tissue in there. You might feel one hip is a little bit more sticky than the other. Just take note of how they're feeling. Really good, guys. Isn't that amazing? It is intense, but it's incredibly good at healing lower back pain and working with hip joint pain since it's opening up that part that never gets access. This is like the dormant part. The intertrochanter area is also where the psoas connects, and the psoas is another muscle that is a culprit for lower back pain. Beautiful, guys. Okay, so we're just going to play a little bit. We're going to inhale, pull ourselves forward. Legs wide. Exhale, press back. Inhale, pull forward. Nice, like we're doing handstand arms, arch. Exhale, press back. That looks great, guys. So Priya, if you bring your feet down towards the ground more, you won't fall out. There you go, perfect. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, press back. And this time we're going to pull forward and land it. See if you can use your momentum to come up. You're going to get a little bit of oomph. If you see stars, you're in the right place. Wow. Yeah. Everybody's a star. Thank God we had our harness on. All right. So get the swing behind your back. There you go. You're welcome. Sorry. Thank you. Wow. I'm better. That was so fun. Awesome. So we identify your leg loops, isolate them and press them forward, lift your knees, and then you come back in. Totally good. Woo! Right? Magic. We right back where we were again. All right, let's chill here for a few. You guys are doing really great. So we are gonna do one more round of lounging into dancing Shiva, and then we're gonna come back through some. We pretty much skipped our warm-up lap, and so we're gonna do some grounding poses, and then some forward folds, and then from there we'll see how we're feeling. Okay, so this is the more advanced version, although it's still the restorative. The leg loops are going to be at the knees instead of spread out. When we bring them up into the thighs, I call it high diver, and that's for people who have really tight thighs. So if they slide up there, don't worry about it. Stay in high diver if you like, or just try this variation. So open up wide. So notice that immediately took pressure off the arms then, right? You're saying when they fall asleep, just open up. Reach forward for the leg loops as high as you can. inhale, do a bicep curl. Keep the spine nice and long. Exhale, squeeze and round in for a floating child. So inhale, bicep curl, open up the knees a little bit wider each time. It's okay if it tries to creep up into high diver. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, float up. Press forward a little bit more each time. Good. Exhale, squeeze and relax, round the back. Inhale and arch. Forward. A little bit more each time, right? Ooh la la, there it is. Exhale, squeeze. Open up nice and slow. This time, if you want, only if you want to go the furthest, you're going to bring the hands in front of the leg loops again. Float into high diver. Skydiver, excuse me. Bring it right at it, and then bring the feet together and push the hips forward. Good. Now it is a little bit more intense on that area around the knee, right? So push the hips forward a little bit more, Mark, and then feet together. And then slide into flying butterfly. Go on, so you got it. Really good. Now, if you want to bend a little bit from side to side, if you're happy, stay here. Press your hips towards the floor a little bit more if you can. I know it's intense. Yeah, it's okay to slide into high diver if you want. Just do both sides the same. There you go. You go for it. Or not. Whatever. It's a new pose. There you go. So until the hips are ready, we can always have that variation, that option. Awesome. Okay. So pull your feet down towards the ground. Press your arms. Press into your arms and then lift. There you go. Very good, guys. So I just want to show you that's how we would normally just go right into it if we were incorporating that into our flow. So one last chillax and flow, incorporating our new poses, and then our lounging. Okay. Inhale T, exhale child. So wrap around this time. Bow in. Inhale star. Awesome. Long arms, long legs. Exhale, prepare for namaste. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the hands together. Lift the hips and lean back. Bend the elbows. Hang on to the forearms. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Hold on to the swing. Lower down the ladle. Nice and slow. Hands find the ground. Palms up. Stay here if you're happy, or come into bow. You can bend the knees and swim back. Open up the heart. Exhale, release the ankles. Inhale, hold on to the swing. Sit up, nice and slow. Immediately come to prayer with the hands. Just notice we can press the leg loops open and come right into our skydiver. Just try it. I know what? Yep, you can do it that way too. There you go. Yep, and then bend the elbows for flying butterfly. Beautiful. Sink back. Let the swing catch you. Yeah. Just pull your elbows in a little tighter. Back. There you go. That was the whole sequence. That's the chill flow. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So just because I kind of tricked you there for a little bit, but to get through, I press with my arms and my heart. This has to open. So if that's too hard to do, it's okay to hold on and pull. Just have to do that extra step. You guys did great. Okay. Holding on to the leg loops again. I know, sometimes a little tricky between what's the swing and what's the leg loops. We're going to bend right knee, roll onto the top of the thigh, and come into a lounging pose. Okay, does anybody want to spread these out? Want to try it? Everybody happy? Okay. So, just going to show you real quick. Take some breaths there. You can spread this out and do the same poses with them extended. If the legs are tight, this is a little bit of an easier version. So it's not cutting into the knee. So if anybody needs to do that, go for it if you're happy. So of course it's a little bit more intense. Now we're opening up the shoulder. That's right, so we're leaning the heart forward. The right knee bent, we're rolling over the top of the left thigh. Yeah, totally okay to spread it out. So Priya, it's okay to go into the swing or to go do arc, but yeah, thanks. All right, we do a little roundabout. So we come back to neutral. Then the left knee in. So we shift our hips, so we roll on top of the thigh. You got it. That's awesome. And now hold on so we get the shoulder stretch. If that's too much for the shoulder, you can always bend the elbow. Such such an amazing stretch on the quad, right? Yeah. Hang out here forever. Who doesn't have quad tension? Right? So round about, come back through center. So do the same variation, and I'm just going to show you how to add on for dancing Shiva. So bending right knee, rolling to the top of the left thigh. So this is called lounging or lunges. Whether you know how to spell, new words happen for me. Okay, so we bend the back leg and reach for the foot. This is dancing Shiva. So you can keep the arms straight or pull it in toward the elbow crease, which is really hard, but that's a nice quad stretch there, right? Nice. Good, open hips. So the more we point our hips down towards the ground, the more that we're getting the stretch. Really good. Perfect. And as far as you go for today is enough. No gold stars for extra flexing. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. So take a break in the middle, shake it out. Neutralize the spine. So keep the hips heavy if you can now. Everybody drop the hips. Good. All right. So hands come forward. Hold on to the leg loops. You get used to all the gripping too. It's just part of the deal. You know, it's kind of like learning anything that requires hanging. So stay in the lounge if you're happy. If you want to try just bending the knee and just seeing what that's like, you're already getting a deeper quad stretch. Right? And then if you grab for the foot, you can keep the arms straight. That might be enough too. And then if you want to do the full elbow crease, just pull it in. Beautiful. And then slowly release. Very nice. That's fine. That's our last one. So enjoy your swagger. 5 more breaths. We're done with chillaxing. We're going to give ourselves a break from holding on with our arms. The armpits fluff up again. Just notice how different you feel already from the moment you came in until now. Notice the parts of the body that are getting access. Even if you do tons of yoga. It's like I was saying I did yoga for 20 years and then started doing this and I was like, oh my God, where have I been? So this whole front of the spine, hip flexors, underarms, right? Those are the 2 parts of the body we're targeting, which are the main hubs for the nervous system. So this actually starts to rebalance not only the endocrine system and the lymphatics, but affects the immune system and nervous system. So to come out, we keep the arms hugged around, grab for the leg loop, come on down. Okay, 1 foot at a time. Let's come into another supported back bend here. So straight legs straight out in front of us instead of the wide legs. Arms out to the sides. Overhead of the biggest extension or chillaxin arms. Pick your favorite position. And then once you get there, keep your feet together, keep pushing strongly into the ground, straight legs, but then come into the BP wheel, where you let yourself sway from side to side. If you're feeling a little seasick, take it nice and slow. If you're feeling a little bit more zany, you can go bigger. Stay on that diagonal in the body. Really good. And then when you're ready to find neutral, we're going to come into our forearm press. Engage the shoulders. Let's lift the left knee up. Roll into the other edge of the right foot, so flex that foot back and step. So it's like a reclined twist, but we're in the air. And then look back over the left shoulder. You can drop the hips a lot. Big side body stretch, right? Really good. One more deep breath. And then inhale, pick up that left knee, straighten it up. Just pause, drop this. And then inhale, right knee up. Roll into the outer edge of the left, and then step. Flexing the bottom leg back and drop. See if you can bring out the spine and look over the right. There you go. So notice the difference. If you look in the same direction, it's just a different stretch. If you look in the opposite direction, you're kind of twisting like you would like on the ground.